What say you? Yay or nay?
Get record or not? You know, we do it for these people right here. We don't do it for the people who listen later. We do it for these people right here in this audience, right here, right in front of me.
We do it for
they're the only ones I see.
Yes, we do it for the 2% who show up live. Those are the ones we do it for. Good to have y'all here. Actually,
all right, okay.
We do actually.
I guess let's record it for the other 98%. Let's record it for the long tail.
I guess. All right, here goes.
Catch this Pikachu while we're doing that.
Oh yeah, do that. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Everyone's raving about the
Pika. Well, this is just Pokemon.
Oh, that's Go. All right, yeah. You got your fiddle and all the diddles.
I have my fiddle and all the diddles, but that diddle won't turn on until we're done with the show. I turned it on in the middle of the show yesterday because I was expecting a trade from Tony Sandoval from Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, Tony. How come we never saw him at the Vegas meetup? That was weird.
He had to work the whole time.
Oh.
At least that's what he claims.
Huh.
That's his story anyway.
I see how it is. All right, here comes the beginning of the show. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, and then there was one.
Hotdog Followup.
Here, have some of the money.
Jimmy Dean wants everything to smell bad.
Chickenpox is back in a big way.
Taco Bell wants you warm.
Tom's Tech Time and Recomentals on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Tonight, right after Animal House, Eric Estrada and Howard Hessman meet the Dream Girls.
Hi.
Of every man's fantasy.
I'll just knock you dead.
Morgan Fairchild, Linda Carter, Kathy Lee Crosby, Victoria Principal, and much, much more. Beautiful. They're the sexiest super ladies on the scene. They're the women who rate a 10 later tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a flying saucer.
This is the morning stream. Hold on to your butts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the morning stream. It's TMS for November 21st, 2018. Scott Johnson here with Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello. That's no flying saucer. That's a pie plate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, if that movie were redone today, he would have said, because he said, it's a pie plate. I took a photo of my children throwing in the backyard to make it look like a flying saucer, blah, blah, blah. This day and age. I took a picture, photoshopped it, added some After Effects to create movement.
No, you're totally right. Like today's would be, we were talking on the show on FilmSec, if they made or remade Close Encounters of the Third Kind, in a modern day context, it's a very different kind of movie because this kind of stuff, we live in a time where everyone's got cameras all the time. They're not crappy little wind up, the light exposed it kind of cameras. We don't have to wait for, development or any of that.
Somebody would want to put up a big wall around Devil's Tower to keep out that giant caravan of aliens.
Right. Yeah, no, it's true. That's why I've kind of come around to maybe they shouldn't remake it, or if they do make it, put it in a similar time period or something.
They can't. They really can't remake it. It would just be a different movie, and I feel like it would be. We've got that with Arrival. I mean, that's kind of
Arrival's like a spiritual successor, isn't it? A little bit.
Yeah. It's the reboot that we didn't think we needed, but that we love.
Yeah, that movie's great. Freaking love that man. He's making Dune right now. I'm so nervous and so excited to see what Villeneuve's Dune looks like.
And there's the reboot that we didn't want.
That's the reboot I absolutely want. Because the first one is shit. First one is so bad. Give me a coin. Hold on a second. Here twice because I'm going to say it again. That first movie is shit. It's garbage.
It's hot garbage.
Yeah. So we get a chance to do it right. Maybe he'll do it right. I have
hype. Hey, it's got that not Rose McGowan. Who's the
we already know casting.
Redheaded actress.
I didn't know we had casting already.
No. I'm talking about the original Dune movie.
The
redhead who basically appears in 2/3 of the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, she had that one really good stint on Walking Dead for a whole episode.
She did, and she was on the Sybil Shepherd show for a while.
Yeah. This is all true. Can't remember her name.
Yeah,
Kathy Von Filibuster.
Finkelstein.
That's it.
Filibuster.
She kept her maiden name, Filibuster.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
she
for
married
her.
She married Leon Finkelstein, but kept her name. Just
this is a great Alicia Witt. Thank you,
Alicia Witt.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Not to be confused with the Finkelsteins or the Filibusters. So check this out. Yeah.
What's his face's mom on Friday Night Lights?
Oh, wait. No. Right?
Yeah, she was. She was.
Whose mom?
Who was the bad boy?
Oh, no way. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that was her. Yeah, she was always drunk and hookery and stuff.
Yep, exactly. She's on Justified for a season.
Yep, she was a sister.
She's done everything.
Yeah, that Justified season, she was great. She was the sister of the main bad dude, who also I like a lot, the actor. I can't think of his name now, but she was the sister who came from this family of total, awful, country redneck, mean, jerk brothers. She's the only sister. And she comes out of that. She goes to college, gets a degree, becomes a lawyer, and then comes back and becomes basically the front end lawyer for their horrible enterprise. It's a very fascinating character, actually.
Yeah,
it's really good.
So grew up in this crap, and then still is defending the crap that raised her. Basically. Oh,
I miss Justified every day it's not on. I really do. Such a great show. All right, so check this out. There only is one left, and that is Nick Johnson, my son. Is the only one in this house who has not succumbed to the plague. I'm feeling much, much better. Still got a little cough.
You're sounding great.
Oh, yeah. My voice is finally kind of, it's not cracking as much and all jacked up. So that's good. I feel more energy generally. Still got a little bit of a cough. But Kim, I hate to tell everybody this, she fought it like crazy, too. I mean, like, she'd get up the other day and go, I think I'm getting a sore throat. What are you going to do? I'm going to go clean the entire house. Like, she just was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm putting it out of my mind. I'm going to go do other things. I'm going to, like, completely focus on other parts of life and not let this thing win. And I really thought she was going to do it. She woke up this morning, just, it's taken hold. It's got its claws in her, so.
Its hooks in her.
So now we got me, Carter, now Kim. Only one left is Nick. How he doesn't have this, I don't know. He's been working overtime at his job. He's eating like an idiot because he gets McDonald's too much and stuff like that. Now that he's got a little spending money, he likes to.
Yep, totally. So he's basically he's using preservatives as a method of staying healthy.
Yeah, preserving himself.
There might be something to that.
Yeah, he's got a good shelf life. It turns out you can keep Nick under a lamp for a long time now.
he's spurlucking this dude.
Exactly. So he seems to be fine, but I just have to think that he's going to end up with this too because it's bad, man. And all my neighbors have it. Everybody has it. It's just spreading like a booger in the wind. So
dang. Well,
so anyway,
it doesn't last as long for Kim and Carter as it did for you, because that seemed to go on forever for you.
Yeah, Carter and I are about the same. We got it about the same, maybe a day apart. And so she's a day behind me and still feeling pretty lousy. So tomorrow she may feel a lot better if my pattern holds. But yeah, this is like a 9-10 day kind of just awful bleh.
It's bad business, man. Bad business.
Bad business. Bad babysitting is what I like to say. All right. Hey, we're going to do a little follow-up here from a listener.
Yeah. This is good because I like this.
Ryan from Michigan wrote in. Rhymes with Brian, so you probably like him already. Yeah.
I like him already. What's not to like?
You like all the Ryans for that reason, right?
Ryans, whether it's... but it's interesting how the preferred way to spell Brian is B-R-I-A-N, but the preferred way to spell Ryan is R-Y-A-N.
Yeah, you see examples of them flipped, but very rarely.
Right, like Ryan Johnson is an R-I-A-N.
Let's see, who's another...
Lots of Brian, like Brian Brown, I think. The actor Brian Brown is with a Y from FX.
Yeah, I've got a buddy named Brian who's not any of the Brians I know on the air. That spells it with a Y. Yeah. So you never know what you're going to get there. But we got this one from Ryan in Michigan, spells it with a Y and says this. Dear Burrito and Sausage, since the Earth is a sphere, circle, spherical. I like saying spherical.
Sphere. It's a sphere.
It's a sphere. Oh, I love that word. It's a great word.
Yeah.
Anyway, it took the roll. Sorry, if he's talking about the hot dog roller thing that we discussed, the whole distance thing. He says if you took the rollers and placed them on the ground, they would actually technically be rolling the Earth. Therefore, girth doesn't matter. Love the show irregardless. Ryan from Michigan.
Good. So he's basically backing up what we said, that measuring the girth of the hot dogs really doesn't matter the length of their travel. It would matter like how fast they would travel.
Right.
because it would take one with a larger girth longer for it to complete one full revolution. But yeah,
he's right, and he's right that if you put the rollers down, it is the Earth rolling underneath it. I mean, that's true of no matter how, if you want to look at me taking a nice long walk. Technically, I'm stationary and the world's moving under me. I mean, if you really want to look at it in that regard, everything's sort of relative. I mean, it kind of is.
Maybe we're going a little.
Think about it. Though.
If you are traveling against the Earth's rotation, and you're traveling at the same speed that the Earth rotates, which is several hundred miles an hour, I think.
Yeah, but look at it this way: because the Earth is not tethered to any other body. Anywhere you walk on the planet, you could argue that the ground's moving under you. You're the central point, and the ground's moving under you. Now, relative to everybody else, obviously that's not true. But if you really want to get philosophical about it, it kind of works. Because
it does. It only does if you're walking again. Only if you're walking against the Earth's rotation, the opposite direction of the Earth's rotation, at about 1,000 miles an hour.
I'm just going to assume that I am the center of the universe and everything moves around me. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's a whole different kettle of fish, Johnson.
Yeah, let's shoot those fish in a barrel. Let's mix all our metaphors. All right, so here's the only other thing I'd say to this writer, Ryan. You kind of have a good point, but at the end you said love the show irregardless. That's not a word. Yes. Take that out of your vocabulary. It's not a word.
Right. Regardless, yes.
Yeah. Regardless, you're good. Irregardless, not a word. It's no longer
until Webster's decides to kowtow just like they did with supposedly and add it to the
they could
to the dictionary. They're just like going to say, we've had this conversation ad infinitum.
Yeah, but the supposedly thing does make me worry about humanity and our ability to live. Doesn't it a little bit? Like the fact that we said, okay, let it in. It's like,
exactly.
Slippery slope, fellas. Like, leave this stuff to the Urban Dictionary. That's their job.
J.K. Grammar says that they added it to the dictionary, that they added irregardless to the dictionary.
No!
Oh, no. And John Florida is sending us a link. Irregardless.
Okay.
Here's the use it in a sentence. The photographer always says, irregardless of how his subjects are feeling, smile.
Okay, here's a voice.
Irregardless means the same as regardless, but the negative prefix IR merely duplicates the suffix less and is unnecessary.
Of course it is. It's a terrible use of anything.
And it even says, but is regarded as incorrect in standard English. Well, then why put it in the phone book? Why put it in the dictionary?
Why is this in the damned yellow pages, Brian asks. Here, I'm gonna play their version of it here.
Irregardless.
Oh, it's a very fancy English way.
Well,
irregardless.
Yeah.
You've convinced me, British lady.
Yes, turning me on.
Irregardless.
Yes. Oh, here's another one.
Irregardless.
Well, that's the same lady. I don't know why they told me they were two different things, because they're both the same. Anyway.
She's basically saying that show on Netflix, Godless, is eerie.
Eerie Godless.
Yeah, eerie Godless.
Yeah, I like that. There were a couple episodes, they were a little eerie. Sure.
Eerie, yeah. Jeff Daniels, very eerie in that show.
I'm such in a Western mood right now because of that damn Coen Brothers thing. I love that so much. You know what? There's a whole bunch of cool theories flying around about how they're connected. And I recommend people, if you're into that and you watched it.
About how the different stories were connected?
Yeah, because normally anthology movies are a little more obvious about it, like Four Rooms. It's the same butler or the same room guy. Bellhop, yeah. And they're all connected because of him. Tim Roth, everybody. And this one's not like
Cat's
that.
Eye. There's a cat that travels through all this stuff, causing all these
Exactly.
problems.
This is not. This does not have that in an obvious way, but there's some cool deep dive stuff going on out there on Reddit and other places. So I'm not saying it's accurate. Maybe the Coen Brothers are just yanking us around, but I think people should go read that and watch that because it's awesome. And Sidian, I'm not going to spoil it, Sidian. Jeez.
Just feels like the Tim Blake Nelson stuff is in a different universe, like a universe where physics and logic and like he's a walking, talking cartoon.
He really is. That guy's the best, man.
He is the best.
Such a good cast job on that. I'm sure they're all friends. They probably just texted him and say, "Hi, Tim Blake. What are you doing?"
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he said, "Oh, I'm not doing anything." I said, "Well, come on over and put on this white suit and sing." And he said, "Okay."
Right.
Anyway, thank you for that. Hey, Ryan, let's quickly remind folks about the cover-thon and the plan for Friday, if you would.
Correctamundo. Yes. Friday, 2 days from right now, is going to be the cover-thon, the annual event where I sit in front of this camera and this microphone for this time 16 hours. Last year was 16 hours, so we're kind of keeping with the 16-hour trend. To raise money for Alzheimer's research and Coverville. I talk about it being a split down the middle, but usually it's still like a 2/3 Alzheimer's, 1/3 Coverville. As soon as my costs are paid, then the rest goes, or the surplus goes to Alzheimer's, and it's always at least half, and usually more. Anyway, playing your covers, your cover requests all day long. We're also going to have a live film sack. We're going to be talking about the movie 16 Candles with Randy Jordan and a guy who's going to be coming up here on TMS here in just a moment. Also, Scott and I are going to be doing a live morning stream PM, TMS PM. The most PM-iest TMS PM we've ever done, 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's PM as hell, man.
So super PM. Also doing an episode of Soundography with Hammond about girl groups, like your Shirelles, your Crystals, your Ronettes, all those. An episode of the Pokemon Go podcast when really we're going to be talking probably just as much about Pokemon Let's Go and all the stuff going on there. An hour with Seabass. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going on, but it all comes down to you people. Who are you calling you people? Go to coverville.com/cover-thon, and you can find out more information there, as well as make a donation and an early donation, and also put in a request for 3 songs. That's what I'm going to be starting off the day with on Friday is your request. So get them on in there, coverville.com/cover-thon.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Jess.
And Jet.
Jess.
All right, so phones are down. I typed this in the chat for those, give them a little heads up. So we're going to do this a little bit different today. I want people to send me a tweet on Twitter at Scott Johnson. And how this is going to work is
always follow me on Twitter.
I'm going to randomly pick one of your tweets, and then I'm going to send you a DM, and then you're going to get to participate.
Wow.
In the thing, and then we'll have a real-time conversation via that DM so that it's not laggy in the chat. He'll be able to answer right away.
All right.
So we'll see how this goes. It's just to see if we can get through it kind of thing today, because I still don't have phones working. But anyway, here's your theme. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. The one, the only, the remarkable Brian Dunaway. Sorry, Brian Dunaway, everybody. Brian Dunaway.
Really?
Yeah, sorry, man.
Too.
I keep
really
doing it. I did this.
Really?
He's saying really because on Monday I did this on the Boop Show like twice, was it? Where I said where I said Brian Ibbett, and sometimes it just happens. It's just part of my brain cross. Like I know too many Brians. I work with them constantly. I've called you Dunaway before, so it's not exclusive to you, Brian Dunaway. I've done this to Dunaway. I've called Justin Brian before. Like, it's all messed up. So.
Oh, hi, Ibbett. How are you doing?
Oh, hi.
I'm good, Brian Dunaway. How are you?
That's fantastic. It's good to have you here.
I can tell us apart.
We are we are going to play a little Battle Royale, and we're going to do it with this weird Twitter idea, because I don't have any other way to do it today. So this is how we're going to do it. All right, so let me see. I've already picked one at random. Who is it? Oh, it's friend Greg Skinner, a.k.a. TV Zegon. Is today's participant. Yeah, so don't send any more tweets. He's the guy. Done sending me tweets.
I'm sending a tweet now.
Greg, you've been picked. You are part of this thing, and you're now going to listen what the rules are, what our topic is, and then you're going to need to tell me the usual in that DM. Do you want me to win? Do you want Brian to win? And who do you want to start? All right, Ibbett, take it away.
Yes, I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic, and they're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, or they repeat an answer, or they take too damn long to come up with an answer, the winner's going to go to the other player.
Wow.
Your job, Greg, is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic today. You are playing for another one of these awesome robots, the last of the 2 that he sent me. These things are super cool, man. You look them up online. I don't have the name of them in front of me. They are called
Robot.
They are called robots. No, they are called Zumo robots. And these things, like, you can draw a marker line on a piece of paper and it'll follow that line. You can put it on a board, and no matter which direction you tilt that board, it'll always rotate to where it's pointing towards the highest point.
What happens if you tell it your deepest, darkest secrets?
It keeps them. It keeps them silent.
Nice.
And
so what happens in Robots Judge a Robot?
Yeah.
It does judge you.
Okay,
silently.
good.
Beep, beep, beep.
Great.
Come on, we'd expect nothing less. Anyway, that's courtesy of Jim Wright. Jim's Fridge is the Twitter account if you want to follow him, Jim's Fridge. Anyway, that's the prize today. Now, TVZ Gone, I hope you're paying attention. The topic today, very timely, coming to us from Jamie, TMS Mashups. This comes to us from thedailymeal.com. This is a nice recipe site, really good recipe site. They are based on popularity, ranking the 15 best Thanksgiving side dishes.
Oh my Lord!
Turkey's going to be your main deal.
All right.
So don't say turkey.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to look for the top 14 because the 15th one is generic vegetables, and I don't want. I don't.
That was going to be my first answer.
Well, tough.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Generic vegetables. Mom brings them every year.
Yes, good old.
Generic vegetables.
Could you please pass the generic vegetables?
If there's time at the end of all this, I have a funny story to tell you about generic vegetables. So just.
Oh, okay. Wow. Are they white with a black stripe across them and plain Helvetica text that says vegetables?
It's just something my weird sister-in-law did at the pre-Thanksgiving we had a week ago that was the oddest thing in our family history. We're still trying to figure out what happened.
Oh, I love it.
I forgot to tell you about it on the show. We'll talk about it after all this. So.
Totally love hearing about it. All right. So, but the top 14 are up for grabs. So, I want you guys to tell me.
This is where we're gonna really discover how weird our families are.
Yeah.
Because my only frame of reference really is my own family, and I'm gonna assume that everybody eats the same thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, that is the thing because it is regional. Like there are some things that we hear about for Thanksgiving sides that are like, wow, that's a thing, and you know. So there you go.
All right. Greg Skinner says Thanksgiving side dishes. I'm going to go with Scott to win and Brian to start.
All right, Scott to win, Brian to start.
I guess that's a safe bet. You know, I mostly eat at the fast food restaurant, so it's probably a safe bet to go with Family Man over there. You know who? So anyway,
Family Man.
There. We'll know if you say French fries is one of your sides that you're just not in the spirit of this.
Yeah. There's no question that after the turkey, if there is not some stuffing on that table, then you're not having Thanksgiving. You're just having a turkey.
This is not only true, but the most true. Number one answer on the board.
And I prefer the stovetop stuffing. You may.
No. Listen, I was about to tell you, I'm with you 100%. I think a lot of people may not admit it, but I think that stovetop stuffing, that arrangement of stuffing, is everyone's favorites. Now, maybe you could make an amazing homemade version of that, but still stay within the spirit of why it's good, and that's still good.
There's still a danger of cooking it inside the bird, so stovetop is totally the way to go.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Well, I think
don't cook it in the bird.
I think you mean the brand, is what you're saying, right? You're saying stovetop stuffing, right, Brian?
Yeah, I'm saying the brand of stovetop
that's
stuffing.
What I'm talking about.
I love their seasoning.
Why couldn't you put that inside the turkey if you wanted? Couldn't you?
Well, you could, but again, you're adding something. You're adding some density to the turkey that might reduce.
Not get cooked.
Exactly. So the outside of the bird's going to get cooked. The juices that come from the bird and go into that stovetop stuffing inside the bird might not get cooked to the temperature that you need
Stuffing is a big salmonella slurper because it's just bread, right? Yeah. That's really, if you really get down to it, it's bread, and it's dry bread that's just sucking up every bit of juice that it can.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're right.
This is true.
You're right. All right, so you picked that.
So don't put it in the bird. Just get your box of stovetop stuffing, mix it with water and whatever, and
that's how I do it.
Done.
It's
5 minutes.
Fine advice.
Super easy.
I'm going to go with cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce. Believe it or not, number 11 on the list.
Ooh,
wow. Because I feel like that is as important as stuffing.
Yeah, I mean, because you know it, because you make that mistake, because lots of people do it in the can, which I'm no different. I know people like to do it fancy, but in the can's where it comes from, and lots of times people forget it, and they forget to put it out because it's such an easy thing to fix. They're just like, hey, where's the cranberry sauce?
Yeah, you heard him right. He said everyone likes to do it in the can. All right, Dunaway.
Everybody likes to do it in the can.
What's your
show title?
You like to do it in the can.
Yeah.
We all like to do it in the can. All right, next is me.
Yeah, next you're on.
All right, well, I'm not going well. I don't know about you guys, but I got to have the gravy because our turkeys are a little dry.
Yeah,
gravy. It's good on everything. Number 2 answer on the board.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to go.
Because this is America.
This is America.
America.
Gravy's great. I'm going with, you're going to put the mashed potatoes in there because you got to have that.
No, that's a good point.
Number 3 answer on the board. Very good. Yes.
Right.
Have your if you're going to have the gravy, you gotta have something to kind of be the delivery method of the gravy to your face, and mashed potatoes is the way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about this one because I feel like it may be a little more regional, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to go with macaroni and cheese. We always have macaroni and cheese.
See, now that must be a Southern thing because that is not one of the things that I'm familiar with here. However,
come on.
It is the 6th most popular side dish on this list.
I was getting worried.
How is I also grew up where there was no mac and cheese at Thanksgiving, and I can't imagine why that's higher than freaking cranberries. I don't get it.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Not everybody likes cranberries. If you ever met somebody that said no, none of that delicious macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, I guess not.
It just feels like it's something that you might have later with the leftover turkey. But
yeah, I like me some. I love mac and cheese, especially like some crazy gourmet stuff, but just never had it there.
I'm getting so hungry now.
Let's go with
that's on my list right now too.
Let's do that green bean casserole. That lady just died.
Oh,
green bean casserole. Yes, number 4 on the list.
All right.
Now, do y'all always do the casserole? Do y'all do the casserole according to the Lipton's cup of soup onion things?
No.
Or do y'all just do green beans?
No, it's cream of mushrooms. So you use the cream of mushroom soup,
right.
green beans, and
But don't you top it with the little crunchy onions? Don't y'all do that?
We do that. We do the onion thing.
Okay.
Kim kind of has her own little hybrid thing for it, and it's not quite the same as everybody else's, but it's in that vein. I think pretty much everybody hovers right around the original recipe for that.
Right.
All right, what do you got?
All right, next up has got to be my maize. I need some corn because that's how they originally did it, and that's what we still do. It's right. It's got to be corn, right?
The Indians call it maize. Yes, number 8 on the list. It's corn. Big. Which again is why it's like, okay, why have generic vegetables, but then you've got corn?
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder what the.
Hey, you know what? I don't know how you guys grew up, but I grew up around cows and farms, and many Thanksgiving we snapped peas, snapped the green beans there, and we also shucked the corn.
Yeah.
And so it was always fun.
Yeah, we had corn for a while growing up. We had like a little patch.
We don't do that much anymore, but yeah.
All right. Blah, 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 blah. Oh boy, we're getting in weird territory here.
Right.
Yams.
Yams. Yeah, yams what I am.
Candied yams, number 13 on the list.
Oh, I thought I won for sure because I was thinking no one eats yams.
No, every year my mom makes those. We have them every time. Yeah, every year.
Yep.
That's the way it went. All right, Dunaway.
All right.
Gotta love the candied yams.
How about generic vegetables? No, I'm just kidding. Let me see here. All right. Well, so you got to have the rolls, right? You got to have bread. You got to have the bread, but we already did. Right.
Some nice Parker House rolls, or maybe that Hawaiian bread rolls, whichever.
Oh, that's always good.
Number 5 on the list.
Wow.
Very good.
Wait, man, you was like stalling on that one.
Yeah.
Number. You guys have covered the top 6 so far, so very good.
What's the top? What's the total? It's 20, is it? Top 20?
14 is what we're.
Okay.
We're doing.
Oh man, I don't want to lose this for Greg. He feels like a guy that would love a robot too, so I'm trying to do my best here.
Right.
Let's see. What else would you
have
there?
We got one more.
I know there's one thing we always had as kids, but I just don't think it's. I think it's just because my mom was nuts about it, and I just feel like it didn't go anywhere else. Hold on a second.
Don't screw up Turkey Day, Scott. Don't screw up Turkey Day.
Oh, this is gonna be really hard. I mean, okay, I'll throw out the alternative to turkey.
Right.
Not everyone has turkey, so is ham considered a side dish? Because we always have a turkey and then a little ham.
I don't think that would be considered a side dish. Why am I telling you that? Shut up.
I don't know.
Brian.
It doesn't have
ham
to.
Ham is never a side dish.
Sure
Shut up, Brian.
They don't have to replace it. The way we do it at my mom's is she'll have a turkey, and then there's always a little ham there for those who want ham. Does that count as a side dish?
That's not a side dish. I'm
sorry,
going to shut up.
Scott. Not a side dish.
Well, he was still asking if it was a side dish. Did you take your finger off the piece?
Well, I don't know. Ask Brian's the judge. I have no idea. If
All right, you know what? Yeah, the chat room is gonna have a heyday with this and yell at me. But you know what? It's Thanksgiving. It's time for Thanksgiving miracle. Scott did not pull his finger off the chess piece, so he was just asking if
still asking if it's a side dish.
A side dish.
All right.
So ultimately, no, ham is not considered a side dish.
Oh, interesting. Well, then I won't use that one. All right, I won't use that one then. How about salad? Some kind of salad.
Oh, so that's a good one. That's a good one.
Now you've lost. Yeah, no.
Oh.
Come on. Again, this is America.
That's good because
out of the top 14 things, none
I was
of them
gonna
are considered salad.
What?
So it's not fruit salad's not in there?
No fruit salad.
No
either.
Jello
Really?
salad, like Jello salad of some sort. No,
That is something we do. We always have the. Well, that's kind of a Christmas thing, though. I usually see the Jello salad.
Oh,
Christmas,
do desserts count?
No, desserts don't count.
Okay,
Those
good.
are
Oh,
side
they
dishes.
don't.
No, desserts.
Ooh,
and side dishes
boy,
are two separate things.
almost lost because the next thing I was gonna say was gonna be pecan pie, and I would not have asked, is that a side, because it is always on the side of my plate.
We have salads. Excuse me. Every year we have some kind of salad, whether it's like
you guys are healthier than the majority of America because it did not even crack the top 15.
Damn it! Give us the other ones. What else was on there?
Here's the other ones. So sweet potato casserole, which is separate from candied yams, but sweet potato casserole is where you have the mashed sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top.
Oh, so good.
Brussels sprouts, cornbread.
Brussels
sprouts.
Don't be running past Brussels sprouts like everybody has Brussels sprouts at Thanksgiving.
We don't. Never have.
It's trash.
We have them,
past.
but we don't eat them at Thanksgiving. Was it some you've prepared or that you just been to, or what?
Well, we've made them ourselves. Like you bake them with a little bit of butter.
Yeah.
They get a little crispy. They're actually really, really good. But with Thanksgiving, for whatever reason, they fit with.
Let's see. Things you don't do at Thanksgiving. You don't talk politics, and you don't serve Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
You don't.
Especially at the
It
same
creates
time.
anger.
Same time.
Right. So Brussels sprouts, cornbread, glazed carrots, and creamed spinach.
Do y'all do cornbread? I really would have thought that was more regional. That's the reason why I said rolls.
We do cornbread, but Kim's from Mississippi, so it's not fair.
Yeah.
Should probably
We don't
brought
do
up
cornbread.
there.
We just do rolls. I don't think you need both cornbread and rolls.
My sister makes some kind of weird orange rolls where it's like got orange peel, like or orange zest from the outside of an orange. You kind of grind it off into the dough, and it makes this kind of orange flavored bread, and it's really good.
Oh, that sounds good. Let me also just tell Ibit, cornbread and rolls. Yes, if you go to Cracker Barrel, always get the mixed basket.
Well,
there.
they provide you the bread bowl again. Not currently happening. Not till I'm near my target weight, but
right.
Cornbread and rolls together, maybe not so much.
All right, well, the prize moves forward. I'm sorry, Greg Skinner. I suck. I'm lame.
Oh, no.
That was a hard one.
America's lame for not eating enough salad on Thanksgiving. That's what it is.
What's lame
I have never
about
seen a salad at our Thanksgiving, by the way. I'm just saying.
That's because you guys are weird. Here's the thing, though. I
weird.
had a second chance after the ham thing. I totally had a second chance, and I still blew it. So, Greg, I'll make it up to you somehow. You know what? I'll give him credit right now. My current Twitter avatar is a picture Greg took of me in Vegas. So he deserves some credit for that. There you go, buddy. There's a little something.
That was quite an upset. I'm usually fast food's all about the fast food, but wow.
Yeah. Well,
I feel good about today.
Someone else is going to get a robot. Well done, Brian Dunaway. You've done it. And I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You have a good Thanksgiving.
You too. We'll talk to you Friday. All right. Well, there's the end of that.
That is the end of that. Yeah, Tina's mom makes this overnight salad, which is like whipped cream with fruit cocktail and marshmallows and slivered almonds in it. And again, that sits on the side of our plate during the meal. That we don't consider a dessert. It seems weird.
Yeah.
They also do celery stalks with pimento spread in them.
Interesting. Ooh, pimento.
As a side dish.
Don't like that pimento, man. Not for me.
Pink and green.
Not good.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news brought to you by
Brought to you by Coverville. Yeah, just because we've got cover-thon on Friday doesn't mean that I haven't overfilled my plate already with something I also do every year. I save Beatles cover stories for Thanksgiving. There's so many Beatles covers out there that doing these once a year and timing them for Thanksgiving so you've got something to listen to is an annual tradition. Been doing it since the start of the show. And today is no exception. Tomorrow is the 50th anniversary of the release of the White Album, which technically there's no album called the White Album. It's called the Beatles, but it was a white cover, so people called it the White Album. 30 songs on there, and I whittled down a list of about 400 covers down to covers of each of those 30 songs. So we will be going through the White Album track by track with covers today, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, coverville.com/live or twitch.tv/coverville.
Nice. All right, now here, real quick, I'll just rip through it, tell people the story about my sister-in-law's stupid thing.
Right.
25 people to feed. Everybody was in charge of something. Kim was in charge of a whole bunch of crap. Everybody's in charge of some part of the meal. My sister called everybody and said, hey, will you do this? Will you do this? So everybody got assigned stuff. My Korean sister-in-law, I say that because there is some language barrier stuff there sometimes. She doesn't, she's still got a very heavy accent, and there's always some confusion at these events. She was in charge of vegetables, some kind of vegetables, and then I think, I can't remember what the other thing was, but vegetables and something else.
All right.
And she said, okay, great. She shows up, and I'm not kidding, with a child's cereal bowl. Had kids like drawings on the side of it. A cereal bowl size, so this big, 25 people at this event. She knew this. A cereal bowl this big with 3/4 of a can of canned peas in it. Like
not even a full can of canned peas.
Yeah, you know the kind too, the mushy kind that you just get in the store. Just crappy Del Monte peas or whatever. Just in this bowl. And she comes waltzing into the kitchen, plops it down on the table, and walks away as if it's all great.
Achieved.
Yeah.
Achievement unlocked.
Did exactly what you asked, except you didn't. So no one ate it either. No one even touched the peas. Because, come on.
Not even heated. Right, at least, take the time to heat them up or something. But...
She is a hoot, man. There were years in the past where this kind of stuff would make people mad. But now when she does it, we just laugh and add it to the list of great family stories because she is kind of crazy. But she's also, I really like her, but she's got funny ideas. The news. Here's a great story for you, I suppose. Actually, I'm going to skip one because I know we're not going to have time. I'm going to skip to this one. Jimmy Dean, speaking of food and sausages and whatnot.
That's right.
Jimmy Dean is offering sausage-scented wrapping paper. Brian.
Nothing like feeling like you've got to wash your hands after you unwrap that Xbox One.
Yeah, no kidding. Or walk into the living room and you're just like, what is that smell? It's your present. Exactly. It's your presents, kids. Don't worry about it.
Why is the dog drooling all over the place?
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Boomer would just eat those packages is what she'd do.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
We're not doing this. But anyway, this article says if you ever really, really wanted to wake up on Christmas morning, come down to the tree and have your gift smell like a greasy plate of breakfast sausage. Well, now there's a gift wrap for that. Or they say, now there's a wrap for that. Get like an app for that.
There's an app for that. Remember that meme from...
When did they stop when did that ad campaign end? It's been years, right?
It feels like it's 7 or 8 years. There's an app for that kind of thing.
It was early in the App Store life cycle.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jimmy Dean announced it would give away sausage-scented wrapping paper as part of its holiday recipe gift exchange program. Quote, our sausage-scented wrapping paper is here to turn your gifts into delicious ones. That seems like they're encouraging you to eat it, but whatever. Because nothing says the holidays like the smell of sizzling sausage. Make your holiday just a little brighter when you sniff its savory scent and see visions of sausages dancing in your head, says the company. It comes in 3 designs. One shows the Jimmy Dean logo atop a Christmas tree. One is covered in wrapped packages of ground sausage. And another shows sausage patties being fried up in a cast iron skillet.
I had to go look at the photo because I was visualizing a photo, like giant photos of sizzling sausage in a skillet, but they're all kind of stylized, repeated little bloop 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 patterns and stuff. They're actually not bad.
No, they're fine.
I guess actually that might be the sizzling sausages in the pan. Actually, might be a photo now that I look at it. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe it is.
It is a photo.
Okay.
The Christmas tree with the signature of Jimmy Dean on the front of it is stylized, but the tubes of you're looking at basically the plastic chubs of love that term, chubs of sausage.
Plastic chub. Is that what they call that?
Those are chubs. Yeah.
I've never heard that before. I love that
Go
term.
get a chub of sausage, or if you're not as hungry, go get a half chub.
Yeah, just a little half chubby. Look at that, you guys. That right there with the Jimmy Dean on the gold that I'm showing the chat room. That's a chub. All right. Well, can't say we didn't learn something today. Anyway, this is a thing you can do right now. Probably a good time because holidays are rapidly heading toward us. Let's see. To participate, you need to cook a recipe from the Jimmy Dean website, take a picture and submit it, and pick out your prize. Sausage scented paper isn't the only thing you can sink your teeth into. You could also pick out an ornament, apron, or vinyl record. The winner will will receive a diamond-studded replica of Jimmy Dean's belt buckle. Wow. Ooh, that's weird to me.
That is weird.
He touches
I'm all right. I'm all right. Not. It is cool that you can get it for free just by doing something, making some, making a recipe with their sausage. But
yeah, Jimmy Dean's chub.
What's the vinyl? I gotta find out what's on the vinyl record.
Yeah,
does Jimmy 90 Dean minutes of sausage sizzling sounds? Then I'm kind of in.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Want to do this.
But wasn't he a singer, Jimmy Dean? He did more than just put his name on it.
Yeah, country singer, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
So that's probably what it is. Probably a country album or something.
Probably.
Full of Jimmy Dean hits.
Yeah.
I think we've probably all forgotten what those might be. But
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you a single song that. Let's see here. Gary Meyer. No. Boy, none of these tweets actually have a link to the.
They're bad tweeters.
They really are.
Yeah, learn how to tweet, everyone.
Oh, here we go. JimmyDeanGiftExchange.com is where you go.
No.
It totally is the Jimmy Dean holiday record. Oh, out of stock right now. So they're out of stock of the Jimmy Dean holiday record, the handsome holiday apron, the sausage scented wrapping paper. All that's left is the glass sausage ornament that looks like you're hanging a chub of sausage off the tree.
Wow. Jimmy Dean's
Put
still
a
with
chub
us?
in your tree.
Is Jimmy Dean still alive or is he gone? Is he in a chub somewhere?
I think he's passed on.
Yeah, Jimmy Dean can't be
Although
alive, can
it
he?
wasn't the same guy who did the ads recently, right?
Let's see.
I think he's passed away.
Jimmy Dean, American singer, date of death.
Yeah, 2010. He died in 2010, age 81.
Yeah, he was the one. He would get out on the porch though and go, "I'm Jimmy Dean, and this is where my chub is. Look at my chub, everybody." He'd say. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good stuff. There's been a chickenpox outbreak.
So weird. How do you go from being a musician to coming up with a line of sausage? Like it seems like you've got to give something up pretty drastically to go for the other, right? Like, well, I was thinking I'd record another album. You know what I really want to do is come up with some sausage.
More like George Foreman or something, right? Like you're a boxer, but
I
then
think
you're...
George Foreman just put his name on something that somebody else, and that's probably what Jimmy Dean did too.
Yeah, that's my thinking. He probably
he didn't really work up the recipe for that sausage or anything like that. He just hey, we've got this line of sausages. We just want to put your name on it. Okay,
like
only if we can make a Christmas ornament of this in about 20 years.
Paul Newman's own brand. It's like that kind of.
Yeah.
Did you ever have?
I want to feel like he was a lot more involved in that, though. Like he would look over the recipes and make sure that they were.
I'd like to think that, but I'll bet you it was less than we think it is.
Yeah, probably.
Just because he was busy race car driving. Like when does that guy go? Okay, I'm gonna go do the whatever 500.
Mix up a batch of salad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whatever race. I'm gonna win all these things. I'm gonna be a pro racer around the world. Hey, well, hold on a second. Slow down. We need you to sit down at this table and taste this freaking ranch dressing before you go. Make sure it's good enough. Like I don't think he cared. Maybe he did.
And you know what? Kenny Rogers Roasters. I'm sure Kenny Rogers worked behind the counter one of those for a while when times were lean.
Might have. I like that. I was a big Kenny Rogers Roasters fan. I thought it was good food.
I was too, yeah.
Yeah, good chicken. Also, what was that other one? Boston.
Oh, Boston Market?
Yes, where'd they go? Are they around?
We actually still have one. There's one a block away from Tristan's new apartment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you don't see them anywhere, and it's like, oh yeah, I can point to one of them, the only one that I know of that's still around. By the way, good use of the cough switch there. By the way,
thank you. I had to because
well done.
Sometimes it'll come on and I'm just like, all right, here we go. Buckle in, everybody. Time for coughing. We should have talked to Dunaway about this because it affects the Carolinas, specifically North Carolina. But a chickenpox outbreak hit a North Carolina school, and the reason is they have a high vaccination exemption rate.
Yes.
A bunch of parents are like, I ain't doing that. Didn't you hear what's her name get on the TV and tell everybody vaccinations are giving you government blood? Whatever they do now.
Yes.
So enough of that happens. Eventually there's an outbreak, and that's what happened. There is a huge concentration of families who claim religious exemption from vaccines, and now they're facing the state's worst chickenpox outbreak in more than 20 years. Chickenpox outbreak has affected 36 students at Asheville Waldorf School. Health officials with Buncombe County said. Buncombe. That's pretty good. Let's see. It ranks as North Carolina's largest since chickenpox vaccine became available more than 20 years ago. The Asheville Waldorf School has one of the highest rates in the state of families who opt out of vaccinations based on religious beliefs. Where in the Bible does it say don't get your vaccines? Where does it say that?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Thou shalt remain clean from the needle and not get thy flu shots. Or
yeah, like and I hate to say it, but I have some people I know kind of close to us, that I'm not giving out names, who refuse to ever get a flu shot, refuse to ever participate in any sort of herd immunity sort of science, and completely believe it when What's-Her Playboy gets up and says these shots are giving everybody whatever.
Jenny McCarthy. Right.
It's all horse shit. Send me your emails.
Totally
Go ahead and at me, everybody. Me, because we have the science. You have a bunch of scare tactics from Hollywood types.
And if you're both an anti-vaxxer and a flat earther, please let me know. Please send me an email.
Yeah, I want flat earther. I want. I'm trying to think of my favorite conspiracies. I'll tell you who the worst person to sit and talk to, or anyone who doesn't think the Holocaust. Holocaust deniers are the worst people to talk to.
Oh yes, Holocaust deniers are the worst.
Yeah, they have terrible explanations for what happened to all those people. It's awful. Don't listen to those guys. Stoic Squirrel says he's an anti-earther.
I like that. Yes, anti-earther.
Got to go to another planet, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so they're screwed. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taco Bell in the news.
Yeah. Good old Taco Bell.
They're offering holiday sweaters and a Thanksgiving recipe. So check this out. Taco Bell is trading turkeys for tacos and getting the holiday spirit for Thanksgiving, or getting into it. The Yum Brands fast food chain partnered with Tipsy Elves. Not actual elves who are tipsy, but a company called Tipsy Elves.
Good, because that would be politically incorrect, I think.
I agree.
They're called drunk little people.
Drunk little people. Inebriated small people. Let's get this straight. Right. We want to be nice and PC about this. Anyway, they're releasing a line of Taco Bell themed sweaters. I want one.
I'm looking at these right now. They're kind of cool. I hate to admit it.
Yeah, I want one. They also have leggings as well. And the red sweaters say thank you for Taco Bell, or thankful for Taco Bell, while the blue one reads Happy Friendsgiving, alongside images of a taco turkey. Each sweater will set customers back $59 US. Jeez!
Yeah.
The leggings, which are covered in tacos, might be the way I'd go. $28, a little cheaper. Some have already sold out, but don't despair. A spokeswoman told Fox News that the chain is looking forward to bringing back more festive gear soon. Chat, I will give you a quick glimpse at this so you don't have to go find it yourselves. There you go. There's a bunch of hipsters standing around a table eating Taco Bell and wearing these sweaters.
These guys had to get photographed in August in Los Angeles, judging by the background there and the types of trees. Wearing these sweaters and sitting around a turkey, acting like, hey, this is the best Thanksgiving ever.
You know what, though? I mean, I hate to admit it. It makes me want Taco Bell just looking at it.
Yeah.
This is the problem, guys. This is the problem.
No. Just say fresco.
Yeah.
Get chicken and fresco.
There you go. Brian
Don't
would
get
know.
beef. Get a burrito supreme with chicken. Get it fresco style. No cheese, no sour cream, and that's a manageable number of points for a pre-Thanksgiving lunch.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Check the
Which is
WW.
probably where I'm going. It's probably where I'm going today.
It sounds all right. Maybe I'll do that. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here for Tom's Tech Time. I'll also get a chance to hang out with Nicole and do recommendals. All that and more coming right up. But before that, Brian's got a song, and he's going to play it.
I am. Hope you like it. So it is. We're going to Melbourne, Australia, And one of the performers, Luke Moore Martin, actually was born in the UK but moved to Melbourne from London, met Eliza Jacobs, who you're going to hear on vocals here. They're a duo that's all about creating solidarity through underground house music rooted in deep melodic sounds with soul. Hey, I don't know about all that, but I like it.